Travel into the downtown Charleston area is not advised due to the dangerous flooding conditions. There are also numerous other flash flood warnings in effect for southeast South Carolina. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Get out of areas subject to flooding and get to higher ground immediately. In terms of wind,
September 11th, 2017, and this is the remnants of Hurricane Irma in front of my house. Just a lot of driving rain, some wind. Sounds worse inside the house than it does outside, but I'm glad we dodged that bullet. This is no worse than what we get on a regular basis without a tropical storm or a hurricane. So it's just business as usual for us down here. This is out the backyard. Got a little water collection down in the back there, but got a down branch. We will rebuild. Not too windy right now. That's the only tree I'm really worried about right there. There you go. Gotta get the rake out. Latest news has there's a buzz with the hurricanes in the Gulf and in the Atlantic and all that. So it's a good time to think about preparations and stockpiling supplies, right? So over here is my prep area. I've got the important stuff, all right? Cold medicine. I got freeze-dried food. In here I've got my medical supplies, more medical supplies, flashlights, lanterns, and of course you don't want to forget about the important stuff, right? Just in case the grid goes down, you're going to be your stock in your refrigerator goes down, or you have to drink it all because you lost power and you're going to lose refrigeration. Don't forget that. But the other things you might want to remember are communications. In a grid down situation, or in a natural disaster, or any kind of even like active shooter situations, the phone circuits are going to get all clogged up. So you've got to think about alternative communications that aren't tied to a network where everybody has access to, because there's only so much bandwidth. But anyway, I've been watching Hashnasi, and I'll put the link below. And he's got an Amazon store, and I got these off his Amazon store. They are Baofeng. Anyway, they're ham radios, but you don't have to be licensed to buy them. You don't have to be licensed to monitor channels. You just have to be licensed to broadcast. And of course, if you watch Hashnasi, his he'll say, he kind of gives a retort to people who say, oh well, in a grid down situation, I don't care if I don't have a license. Well, true, but you really should get a license to understand how this works and how not to be a drag on the system when there is a grid down or emergency situation. But anyway, I went ahead and sprung for an official Baofeng programming cable, because this allows you to program stations and repeaters into your radios. Now, I plan to get my ham radio license. There are different levels. I think the lowest level is like a technician. I don't know what the other levels are, but I believe there's like 30 or 40 questions, and it's like $15 or something like that. I don't know. I haven't started looking into it, but I just know there's like a low-level one where you can actually broadcast, and I think these are in the bandwidth where you can broadcast. But anyway, moving forward, what do you get? They're identical, by the way. What do you get? This is a one of these. I can't remember what the designation is. I'll put it on the screen here. But they're pretty straightforward, simple little rages. This is a UV5RA. Baofeng UV5RA. It's kind of cool. Yeah. It's kind of like the old walkie-talkies you used to get in the store for kids. But this is not a toy. Comes with a cool radio. I think there's some modification Hoshnasi said about if you wanted to use an extended battery, you have to do a little bit of modification, but I'm not planning on modifying it anytime soon. I think the battery just goes in somehow, like, because there's contacts here. Oh, it just snaps in just like that. There you go.
Channel mode.
Alright, whatever. So it works right out of the box. Comes with, of course, the battery and the radio and the battery. I believe this is an earbud. Yeah, so you get an earbud there. Point you down. You get an antenna. This was like the best value package. I believe it was like 26, 27 bucks, something like that. It's got a little cool lanyard. I don't know. Yeah, it goes right there. I think that's a belt clip or something. Adapter and a charging station. So for 27 bucks, I mean, it's hard to beat, because you get all this stuff here. You get that. I think it just it's weird. It doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. There's two little pins. Whatever. You put on little pins. I guess it's for a different radio. And then just you plug it in just for old time's sake, right? Hey, we got power. Alright, let's take a look at this bad boy here. So, how do you know it's charging? Oh, okay. So it's got a little blinky there. It says, I guess it says it's plugged in, and then when you there, it says it's charging. Sure, there's some information in here, but whatever. I'm not going to get in too much detail about how to program or anything. I'm sure there's other videos that are more informative than this one, but I just wanted to share this with my friends and remind you that when you're gathering your preps, this is a very inexpensive mode of communication, and I highly recommend it. You go out and you get at least your technician level certification, so you can broadcast and halfway know what you're doing when you need to use one of these. So that's it. That's all I got for now. Catch you later.